Hey everybody and welcome. This is going to be a shootout video of 5 different microphones. Um, this is one of them. This is my own microphone. This case is from a kit, but the circuit and capsule are the same ones that are going to be in all of my microphones that are for sale. So you can obviously comment me about that. I'll put links down there. I'm going to be competing this one against this. Don't mind the paint. This is a CM25 from the Focusrite kit. Uh, yeah, pretty decent mic though, really. Um, this guy is by far the cheapest of them. A Zingyou BM-800. Uh, I gotta admit, they look pretty sharp for what they are, but yeah, really kind of a surprising little mic. And then this guy, one of the granddaddies, I think, yeah, this is the most expensive of the mics in the test, but it's the Shure SM7B, one of those greatest hits. And then this guy over here is the last one, Sennheiser E835, just a simple dynamic mic. And yeah, so let's see how they all compare. This is the Shure SM7B. It is a dynamic cardioid mic. The frequency response is 50 hertz up to 20K. And it's one of those just greatest hits mics. You'll see it everywhere and in most, if not all, recording studios across the world. Yeah, most of its signature sound comes from a very particular frequency response above like 3 or 4 kilohertz. But yeah, this is that mic. This is the Sennheiser E835. It's another dynamic cardioid mic. This one is the second least expensive of all the mics in this shootout. And yeah, it's intended. It's the only of the mics that are intended for live performance. And yeah, it's pretty much got a presence boost for that sort of a thing, and it can be used for definitely vocals and home recording. It works really well with certain vocalists, but this is what it sounds like. This is the Zingyou BM-800. It is by far the cheapest of the mics that are in the shootout. A lot of the time you can get it for about 30 US dollars, something like that. So you can see uh, why it sounds the way it does, but it's pretty good for 30 bucks, I have to admit. Um, yeah. Uh, it is a condenser mic, so it needs phantom power, but it's still got that unidirectional pattern, so you don't have to worry about all the reflection noises and things. It is a cardioid mic. Okay, now don't be fooled by the paint on this one. It is usually red, and it is the Scarlett CM. Well, it's the Focusrite CM25 from the Scarlett series, the first generation one. I know they've updated the mic twice since then, but I don't think it's been significant. And anybody can correct me down in the comments, please do. Um, but this is that first generation mic. It is a condenser, um, cardioid, unidirectional like the other ones. Uh, yeah. Okay, and then this is my own microphone. It is also a unidirectional cardioid. It is a condenser microphone. The circuit is kind of like a Neumann derived design, like so many of those circuits are. But the capsule is quality electret, and yeah, this is what it sounds like. I do have to say very quickly too that like the range of weight, especially between these two, is insane. I think mine weighs a little bit, well, a good bit less than this one, but a little bit more than, yeah, a little bit more than this guy. But like, the Shure and the Sennheiser have crazy cases, and then this thing is surprisingly light. I'll say, if you ever order one of these BM-800 mics, just be prepared because it is light. I have to admit, I was a little surprised by how they all compared. I was surprised at how bad the Zingyou sounded, especially on the clean guitar sound. Um, the CM25 was kind of, it had a signature sound, I would say, but it was very restricted almost in its frequency response. Um, the Sennheiser was a bit sharp in most in most appliances, but it still does have its time and its place. Um, this one was surprisingly true to sound like all the time. I just keep thinking of it as like with the Shure, for example, it has like a very signature sound, but with this one, it sounds like you're just in the room, which I'm quite a fan of. It's a very neutral sounding mic. I'm cool with that. Um, the Shure, I was a little surprised at how colored the sound was. To be completely honest, it almost like when you speak into it, it sounds like a vocal mic just right off the bat. It almost just sounds like it's already been produced a bit. Um, so I don't know. That definitely has its place too, but it's I would almost use the Shure for certain guitar tones for effect, certain vocal tones for effect, but like I was surprised at how colored the sound was coming out of it. So yeah, that's my take on all of it, but definitely let me know what your take is, and I'm going to do my best to make sure the volumes of everything are as even as possible, but don't get on me if they're not perfect. All right, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Thank you. I'll see you next time.